Managing your banking isn't always as simple as it used to be. Maybe getting to the bank in person has become harder. Maybe online banking feels like too much. Maybe you'd like someone to help with the bills, or to check the balance for you. And if you were ever in the hospital, it's reassuring to have someone who can step in and handle things. So one option often comes to mind: adding a trusted adult child or family member to your bank account. That way, that person can access the account, pay the bills, and move money when needed. It seems like the simplest way. But this simple-looking choice can actually mean more than just help. It may give someone more access and control than you intended. So today, let's look at what it really means to add someone to your account, whether another option may fit better, and what to check before you decide. Let's make retirement a little smarter. When banking no longer feels as simple as it used to, and you find yourself needing help, many people turn to a joint account to solve exactly this. And it's easy to see why this choice looks appealing. With both your name and the other person's name on the same account, that person can pay the bills, check the balance, or move money when you can't get to the bank yourself. It feels like the simplest way to get help with everyday banking. But there's one thing we should pause on. This isn't about whether you can or can't trust your family. Asking a family member you trust for help is a perfectly natural thing to do. What really matters is whether this approach fits the kind of help you actually need. Because a joint account is more than simply letting someone help. When you add someone to your account, they aren't helping from the outside. They get direct access to the account itself. In many cases, they can withdraw or move money on their own without your approval, even if all the money in the account is yours. And there's one more thing to keep in mind. With a joint account, that person's financial or family situation may also affect the account. For example, if they unexpectedly fall into debt, or their business runs into trouble, or they go through something like a divorce, the money in that account could get caught up in those situations. This isn't about whether you trust the person. Even with someone you trust completely, you can't shield them from what happens in their own life. So it's worth pausing to ask whether a joint account is really the right fit for the help you need. So what other options are there? This is where it helps to know about a power of attorney. A power of attorney is a legal document that gives someone you trust the authority to help manage your money and property. That person can be someone you trust and choose, like a family member or someone close to you. Despite the name, power of attorney, you don't have to appoint a lawyer or a legal expert. It can be someone you choose, someone you trust and can rely on. Here's the key difference. A power of attorney doesn't make that person the owner of your money just because they're helping manage it. And depending on how it's set up, you can set limits on what that person is allowed to do. And if something does go wrong, it can be clearer what that person was allowed to do and what they're responsible for. There's one more reason it's worth knowing about. If one day you became unable to manage your own finances, and you didn't have a power of attorney in place, someone might have to go through the courts to get that authority. That can take time and money. Setting one up ahead of time can help you avoid that. So let's put the two side by side. With a joint account, the other person comes into the account alongside you, getting direct access to the account and the right to handle the money. With a power of attorney, on the other hand, the person doesn't own your money. They're given permission to manage it on your behalf. One is close to becoming a co-owner. The other is closer to giving someone permission to help. A joint account can be harder to limit and harder to undo. Depending on how it is set up, a power of attorney may include limits, and it can be clearer what the person is allowed to do. Neither one is simply right or wrong. They just do, different things. And there's one more thing to think about. It's what happens later down the road. With a joint account, questions can come up after one of the account holders passes away. People often assume the surviving person automatically keeps everything, but that isn't always how it works. Whether the surviving holder can receive some or all of the money may depend on where you live. So this is something worth checking ahead of time. The Financial Consumer Agency of Canada, or FCAC, recommends asking your bank in advance what happens if one joint account holder passes away. It's a simple question, but it's well worth asking before you set anything up. So before you decide anything, there are a few things worth thinking through. And my goal here is not to tell you which option to choose. It's to help you walk into your bank knowing what to ask. First, think about how much help you actually need. Paying a few bills is one thing. Checking the balance once in a while is another. Short-term help during a hospital stay or a trip is different again. And ongoing help with most of your finances is a much bigger step. The kind of help you need can point to very different options, so it's good to be clear on that first. Second, remember that a joint account isn't the only way. For example, if you set up pre-authorized and automatic bill payments from your own account, your regular bills can be taken care of without sharing your account with anyone. Third, ask your bank directly what options they have and what each one would mean for you. Different banks may offer different options, and the rules after death may also depend on where you live. And fourth, for larger amounts of money or more complicated family situations, consider speaking with a legal professional before you make a decision. Here's the bottom line. Adding someone to your bank account can feel simple, but it can give that person direct access to the account and the right to handle the money in it. It's a bigger decision than many people realize. A joint account is not the only way to get help. Depending on the kind of help you need, a power of attorney, or even automatic bill payments may be a better fit. The clearest way to put it is this. A joint account brings someone into your account, sharing direct access and the right to handle the money. A power of attorney lets someone manage your money without making them the owner. Both are serious decisions, but they're made for different purposes. So before you decide, talk to your bank, consider a professional if things are complicated, and talk it through with your family. For more details, you can check Canada.ca and the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada. For questions about your own account, ask your bank what options are available. And for legal questions, speak with a legal professional before you decide. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps more seniors find this information. Subscribe to Wise Senior Canada so you never miss an update, and if you have questions or comments, drop them below. See you in the next video.